So today we are going to use a bath towel. So what I'm going to ask you to fold your bath towel on half lengthwise, and then I'm going to ask you to fold it on half again. And then I'm going to ask you to roll it up really neatly. So you're going to end up with that roller like so. You're going to place that towel on the side. We're not going to need it for the first two exercises. So we're going to lay on our backs, flat on the mat, and I'm going to ask you to have your feet aligned with your sit bones, so there's a bit of fist distance apart between your knees. Your pelvis is in neutral, so those three bony landmarks, your hip bones and your pubic bone, are all aligned on the same horizontal level. You're going to maintain tiny little gap underneath your lower back. Your ribs are soft on the mat, your shoulders are flat on the mat, your chin is slightly tucked in to maintain the length at the back of your neck. Now I'm going to ask you to place your hands on your ribs first. We're going to do some breathing just to connect with our bodies. I'm going to ask you to breathe in through your nose, and I want you to feel your ribs expanding sideways. I want you to feel breathing into your lower back, sending the air all the way down to your pelvis. And then on an exhale, it's going to be a long exhale, and I want you to exhale everything out. I want you to knead those ribs together. Feel like those ribs are drawn down towards the floor. Everything is scooped in. I want you to feel that internal support of your spine. And again, breathe in through your nose. The ribs are expanding. You should feel that your lower back is touching the mat lightly. And then send that air all the way down to your pelvis. And then exhale all the air out. One more, inhale. And exhale. Very good. I'm going to ask you to continue that breathing. Place your arms by your sides and reach the fingertips down for your toes. Breathe in. On an exhale, I want you to draw the abs in, sink your lower back with the mat. The pubic bone is going to reach towards the ceiling. And on inhale, I want you to soften it back down through neutral, and then arch your spine. And again, go back to neutral. On an exhale, draw the abs in, sink that lower back. Pubic bone is going to reach up. You're scoping your abdominals. And on inhale, soften it back down to neutral and arch your spine. We're going to go one more time. Back to neutral. Exhale, draw the abs in. Sink that lower back with the mat. And inhale, soften it back down to neutral. Arch your spine. I want you to stay there on the next exhale. You're going to sink that lower back with the mat. Pubic bone is going to reach towards the ceiling. Press your feet down into the mat. Use the back of your legs to peel your spine all the way up, bone by bone. Inhaling at the top. On an exhale, melt your spine down slowly with control. Very good. And we're going to go again. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, draw the abs in. Sink that lower back with the mat. Pubic bone is reaching up. Press the feet down into the mat. Use the back of your legs. Your hamstrings and your glutes are lifting you up until your knees, your hips and your shoulders are in a straight line. Pause there for a second. Bring attention to your feet. Make sure the big toe, little toe and the heel are pressing down evenly. Make sure the inner thighs are connected to keep your knees aligned. You're scooping those abs in to keep your pelvis stable. Then I want you to press those arms down. They're going to keep your collarbones wide and open. Inhale there. Scoop that tailbone a little bit more between your legs. On an exhale, melt your spine down. Continue curling that tailbone between your legs. It's like you're pulling your spine towards your heels. All the way down until the tailbone's heavy on the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out, draw the abs in, tip your pelvis backwards, peel your spine all the way up. You shouldn't be flaring your ribs out. Keep those ribs soft, connected with the abdominal muscles. The tailbone is scooped in between your legs. Stay there for a second. On an inhale, float the arms towards the ceiling. And then slowly lower them back down by your ears. They don't have to touch the floor. Make sure that you're not flaring your ribs out and you're not arching your back. Then what I want you to do, I want you to lower your hips tiny bit. I want you to tuck that tailbone between your legs. You should feel your bum muscles and your hamstrings burning here. Inhale. On an exhale, melt your spine down. Feel like you're pulling your spine away from your arms. Keep curling that tailbone between your legs for as long as you can towards your heels to find that really nice deep stretch into your lower back. Once your pelvis is heavy on the mat, press those arms by your sides. We're going to go one more time like this. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the abs in. Sink that lower back with the mat. Pubic bone is reaching up and peel your spine all the way up. Visualize you peeling one bone at a time. Once you lift it in a straight line, start floating those arms over your head. Make sure you're not lifting the shoulders off the mat. Shoulders are flat on the mat. And then lower the arms by your ears. Make sure your head is not tipped back, so make sure that chin is slightly tucked in. There's a length at the back of your neck. Lower your hips tiny bit. Curl that tailbone between your legs a little bit more. Feel those bum muscles activating. Inhale and exhale, melt your spine down. Keep tucking that tailbone between your legs. Feel that stretch in your lower back. You are pulling your spine away from your arms until your tailbone is heavy on the mat. Circle the arms around into a T shape, palms facing the ceiling. Walk your feet together. Walk your toes together, zip those inner thighs. So I've sellotaped your leg. It's one leg from now on. On an inhale, I want you to rotate your knees and hips to the right. So the edge of your right foot is going to be anchored to the mat. Your left foot will lift off the floor. Your left hip will lift off the floor. However, you are pressing your left ribs towards the mat and you're pressing your left shoulder towards the mat. You're going to scoop those abdominals. On an exhale, you're going to use those abs to bring those legs back to center. We're going to repeat it on the other side. Inhaling, rotating knees and hips to the left. The edge of your left foot is on the mat. The right foot is lifted. The knees are glued together, squeezing into each other. Your right hip is lifted. Your right ribs are reaching down towards the floor. Your right shoulder is on the mat. You're going to scoop those abs and exhale, come back to center. We're going to repeat it on each side. Inhaling, rotating knees and hips to the right. Ribs going to counter rotate to the left. Scoop those abdominals and exhale, come back to center. Other side. Inhaling, rotating to the left. Ribs go to the right. Draw the abs in and exhale, come back to center. Very good. Roll yourself over to the side, lift yourself up, grab your towel and just place it on the mat lengthwise. I want your shoulder blades to be on that towel, right underneath the shoulder blades, roughly about your bra strap. You're going to bring your hands at the back of your head, interlace your fingers. Your feet are aligned with your sits bones, your pelvis is in neutral. You are drawing the ribs down towards the floor. The hands are behind your head, interlaced. Your head is heavy in your hands. Your elbows are in a corner of your eyes. Your neck is long at the back. On an inhale, I want you to soften your head and chest behind that towel. Feel the stretch in the front of your chest. On an exhale, I want you to draw the abs in. Think about drawing those ribs down towards the floor and then lift your head and chest up. Scoop those abs. And inhale, slowly control it down. Reach over the roller, feel the stretch. Make sure that the elbows do not change its position throughout the exercise. Exhale, scoop your abs, draw the ribs down towards your hips. And again, inhaling, lower down. Enjoy that stretch at the front of your body. And exhale, draw the abs in, draw the ribs down towards your hips. 2 more like this. Inhaling to reach back. And exhaling to reach up. Last one, inhaling to reach back. And exhaling, draw the abs in and lift into a straight line. Scoop those abs. On an inhale, lower your head down. On an exhale, I want you to lift it up and I want you to stay lifted. So your head is heavy in your hands. You're going to scoop those abdominals, breathe in, and then exhale, you're going to bring one leg into a tabletop. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, bring the other leg into a tabletop. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, you lift, scoop those abs. Inhale, lower it down. Make sure the pelvis doesn't move. So the pelvis does now rock right to left and forwards and backwards. And also, you're focusing on scooping those abs. So your leg is puppeteered by your abdominal muscles pulling it in. And lower it down. And exhale to lift. Inhale, lower it down. The elbows are still visible in the corner of your eyes. And you're just focusing on the breath and engagement of your abdominal muscles. We've got one more. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower it down. And exhale, lower your head and chest all the way down. Very good. Relax your arms, bring them over your head. And just allow the gravity to pull your arms down to the floor. And just breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Very good. Roll yourself over to your side. Push yourself off the floor. And change the alignment of the roller onto, or the towel, into the lengthwise. I want your head to be on the towel. So whatever the bottom of your towel will end up, obviously depends on your height. But I don't want your head to dangle. So make sure that your head is supported by the towel. Very good. Your pelvis is in neutral. Your feet are aligned with your sit bones. I want you to feel like your shoulder blades are wrapping around your towel. Bring your arms out into a T position and just allow gravity to open up your chest. Make sure you're tucking your chin slightly in, maintaining the length at the back of your neck. And just focus on your breath. Inhaling through your nose. Allow those ribs to open sideways. Breathe into your lower back. You should feel now that your lower back is pushing into a towel. Send the air down and exhale the air out. Excuse me. And again, inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. One more, breathe in and out. Very good. Bring your hands over your head into a diamond shape. So your fingertips are touching, your elbows are sticking out. I want you to inhale here. On an exhale, you're going to draw the abdominals in and you're going to drag the elbows down towards your ribs. Keep those arms as low to the ground as it's available to you. And inhale, reach up. Slow control movement. Exhale, draw it down. Draw the abs in. It's still working your deep abdominal core muscles. And inhale to reach up. And exhale to pull it down. Draw it in. You should feel the triceps working, the back of your arms. You should feel the front of your chest opening up. Just listen to your body. And inhale over your head. One more exhale. Open it up. And inhale, reach over your head. Great work. Bring your arms towards the ceiling. And pluck the shoulder blades down. Feel those shoulder blades wrapping around that towel. The arms are parallel to each other. The palms are facing each other. Walk your feet together. Very good. Now, on an inhale, you're going to bring a left leg out into a side. And you're going to pluck that right shoulder down to help you keep stable. On an exhale, you're going to draw the abs in and you're going to pull that leg back to center. You're going to maintain the same side. Inhale, you're going to open it out to the side. Draw the abs in. Exhale, pull it back to center. Inhaling, open it out. Draw it back to center with your abdominal muscles. Feel the engagement of your inner thighs. 2 more. Inhale out to the side. Keep those shoulders stable. And exhale, pull it back in. 1 more. Inhaling out. And exhale, pull it back. We're going to change sides. Inhaling, the right leg goes out to the side. You're pressing that left shoulder down into the towel to keep you stable. Draw the abs in and exhale. Come back to center. Make sure that the pelvis doesn't rock. Inhaling, pull it out. Scoop those abs. Exhale, pull that leg back to center. And again, inhale, we go out. Scoop those abs. Exhale, come back to center. And again, inhaling out. Exhaling, come back to center. 1 more. Inhaling out. And exhale, come back to center. Squeeze those legs together, zip the inner thighs. Now on an inhale, I want you to reach those arms over your head. And on exhale, you're going to draw the abs in and you're going to pull those arms back to face the ceiling. And inhale, you're going to reach back over your head. Make sure your head is not tipping back. I'm correcting myself here. And exhale, pull your arms towards the ceiling. Now continue with that movement. We think that our arms are not connected with our abdominal muscles and nothing to do with it. However, they're very much connected with your abs. You're reaching over, scoop those abs and exhale, lift it up. Those muscles are wrapped underneath your armpits and they're wrapped around with your abdominal muscles. They're working all together. We've got 2 more. Inhaling to reach back and exhaling to reach forward. 1 more. Inhaling to reach back and exhaling to reach forward. Very good. Lower those arms all the way down. Relax. Allow them to just drop down. Very good. Roll yourself over to the side. Now I want you to bring that roller and just place it halfway through your mat. I want your pelvis, I want your tailbone on that roller. So your tailbone is heavy on the towel. Your shoulders are flat on the mat. Your pelvis is in neutral. You're going to send the left leg away and point your toes. You're going to bring the right leg into your chest. You're going to pull it in. So I want you to feel that stretch between your left leg reaching away from you and you pulling your right knee towards your chest as much as possible. and then roll that ankle in each direction. Very good. Bring your hands at the back of your thigh. Reach that leg towards the ceiling as much as you can. It doesn't matter if it doesn't stretch out fully. And then soften it back down and roll the ankle in each direction. If you feel a bit of a pins and needles electric current going down your leg, that's your sciatic nerve, which we are flossing now, so that's absolutely fine. And then point and flex, and point and flex, and point and flex. And then I want you to internally and externally rotate that foot. And you might get some electric current going there, up and down your foot. Just a few times. And then what I want you to do on an exhale, I want you to extend that leg as much as you can. And inhale, soften it back down. And again, exhale, extend as much as you can. And inhale, soften it back down. One more, extend and soften it back down. Point your toes, bend that knee into a tabletop. Bring your right arm out to a T. Place your left hand outside of your knee. Breathe in on an exhale. Rotate that leg over your body and lower it down as much as you can. Don't force anything. It should feel natural. You can look back towards your right arm. Stay in that rotation and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Try to relax into that rotation. You may even get some adjustment in the spine. Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale and exhale. Come all the way back to center. Very good. Switch the legs. Extend your right leg long. Bring your left knee into your chest. Pull it in, hug it in, stretch it out. Focus on pointing the toes on the right leg. Reach long. So your right leg is reaching away from you. You're pulling your left leg towards your chest. Keep your chin tucked in. Make sure your head is not tipped back. Keep the back of your neck really long. Roll the ankle in each direction. And then grab the back of your leg. Extend it towards the ceiling. Soften it back down and roll the ankle out. And then point and flex and point and flex and point and flex, point, flex. Internally and externally rotate and just bring attention to flossing your sciatic nerve. Which leg can you feel it more? A bit of a tingle sensation. And then when you're ready, I want you to extend that leg towards the ceiling as much as you can. And inhale, soften it back down. And exhale, extend it long. And inhale, soften it back down. And exhale, extend it long. And inhale, soften it back down. One more, extend it long. Soften it back down into a tabletop. Extend your left arm out to a T shape. Bring your right hand outside of your knee. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring that leg across your body. Look back towards your left arm. Soften it as much as you can. And just relax into that stretch. Inhale. And exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. One more. And exhale. Come all the way back to your starting position and send that leg away from you. Bring your arms over your head. Give yourself a massive stretch. You can flare your ribs out. You can arch your back a little bit. And soften it back down. Roll yourself over to this side. Push yourself off the floor. Come up to sitting. Now I want your sit bones on the towel. So I want your pelvis slightly elevated. And then I want your feet hip distance apart and keep your feet flexed. So pull your toes towards your knees. Very good. And sit really tall. Scoop the abdominals out of your waist. Bring your arms out to the side. Sorry, in front of you, palms facing each other. And then pull the shoulder blades back. Now what I want you to think here is like you're sitting against the wall. Use those back extensors to keep you upright. Push that breastbone slightly forward. Inhale here. On an exhale, I want you to nod your chin forward, round your spine, scoop those abdominals and reach in between your legs. On an inhale, I want you to deepen that stretch a little bit more. And on exhale, I want you to scoop those abs and stack your spine against that wall, bone by bone. We go again, inhaling. Grow a little bit taller. Exhaling, chin goes forward, round your spine. Scoop those abdominals. I want you to think about you've got an ice cold ball between your thighs. Scoop those abs. Open over that ball so you can reach forward. So the crown of your head, your fingertips are reaching forward, whereas your abdominals are reaching back. Inhale there. Exhale, stack your spine all the way back up into sitting tall. We go one more time, breathing. Breathe out, chin goes forward, round your spine. Reach in between your legs, reach, 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 reach. Inhaling there, and exhale, stack your spine all the way back up into a tall sitting. Very good. Bring your hands at the back of your head, interlace your fingers. Press your head into your hands, press your hands into your head. Chuck your chin slightly in to have the length at the back of your head. Your elbows are visible in the corner of your eyes. Now bring your feet together. Pull your toes towards your knees. Now inhale here, in here. On an exhale, I want you to rotate towards the screen. Scoop those abdominals. Think about pushing that breastbone forward. And inhale, come back to center. And exhale, rotate away from the screen. Draw the abs in. Push that breastbone forward. Make sure your head doesn't rotate. The chin is slightly tucked in. Inhale, come back to center. And we go again. Exhale, you rotate. You deepen that rotation. Push that breastbone forward. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, you rotate. Scoop those abs. Grow taller. And inhale, come back to center. One more time each side. Exhale, you rotate. Visualize you like a corkscrew. The more you rotate, the taller you get. Last one. Exhale to rotate. Grow taller. Scoop those abs. Breastbone forward. And inhale, come back to center. Relax those arms. Roll your shoulders a few times. Very good. Lift your bum off that towel. And now I want you to lay on your tummy with that towel right underneath your pelvis. So your pubic bone is going to rest and press into the towel. Your arms are underneath your face and they're a bit in a diamond shape. So you're going to also create a diamond shape with your hands, but I don't want your fingertips to touch. I want your fingertips slightly away from each other. And if I was to ask you to rest your forehead down on the mat, your forehead would rest in that diamond. However, I want your face to be slightly lifted off the mat. Now tuck your chin slightly in, maintain the length at the back of your neck, and press the back of your neck into the ceiling. Scoop the abdominals away from the mat. Press your pubic bone into the towel, press the tops of your feet into the mat so the back of your legs is strong. On an inhale, I want you to think about pressing those forearms down into the mat, creating the sensation of dragging the elbows down towards your hips and lifting your head and chest forwards and upwards. The bottom of your ribs is still on the mat. You're pushing that breastbone forward. You're maintaining the length at the back of your neck. And on exhale, you're going to control it down. You're going to lower your chest first, followed by your head. Keep dragging those elbows down. And again, inhaling, press the forearms down. Drag the elbows towards your hips. Think about pushing that head forwards and upwards. Looking for the stretch in diagonal. You're looking for to stretch your spine to the crown of your head. And then pulling that tailbone towards your heels. And on exhale, you're going to control it down. And we go again, inhaling, pressing the forearms down, drawing the elbows in, lifting your head and chest. Scoop those abdominals. And exhale, control it down slowly. Lower your chest, followed by your head. We go one more time. Inhaling, pressing the arms down, dragging the elbows, scooping the abdominals, lifting your head and chest, maintaining the length at the back of your neck, pushing your breastbone forward. So much to think about in such a small movement. And exhale, lower your chest down towards the floor, followed by your head, all the way down, fully relax. Bring your hands by your ribs and push your bum up into rest pose. Enjoy that stretch in opposition. So you're extending your spine now, you're flexing it, you're relaxing the spine. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Lift yourself up. And I want you to come to all fours. You can put the towel away from you. We want to finish with the cat-cow stretch. So your hands are right underneath your shoulders, your knees are right underneath your hip. I want you to really listen to my cues. We're going to start each movement from the tail. So I want you to inhale in the center. On an exhale, I want you to tuck that tailbone between your legs. Draw the abs in, round your spine, and your head will respond to the direction your spine is going. So it's going to curl under. Keep your head curled. On an inhale, stick your tailbone out. Start arching your spine, and you'll see that your head will want to respond and lift up and away. Keep your head lifted. Exhale, curl your tail under. Draw the abs in, round your spine, and your head will follow. And inhaling, stick your tailbone out. Start arching your spine, and your head will follow, lifting up. And exhaling, tucking your tailbone in, drawing the abs, rounding your spine. It's like a ripple effect. It's like a wave. Inhaling, stick the tailbone out, arch your spine, lift your head up. It should feel really nice. Exhaling, tuck that tailbone in, draw the abs in, round your spine. One more time. Inhaling, tailbone goes up, arch your spine, bring your head up. Last one. Exhale, tuck your tailbone in, draw the abs in, round your spine, and come all the way back to center. Send your bum all the way back down. Bring your knees out, feet together. Bring your arms forward and lower your chest as far as low to the floor as it's only available to you. If you find like you're rounding your back, I want you to aim for a really straight back. Lift your bum off your feet. Push that chest down towards the mat. Find a really flat back. And stay there and breathe. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Think about sending those sit bones behind you. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in. On the next exhale, start stacking your spine all the way back up towards the ceiling, gliding your hands towards you. Bring your knees together. And you're done. Thank you so much.